What's going on, guys? Ultimate Battles here, and this is going to be a quick little video. I wanted to talk about Euphoria episode 1 for season 3, right? It just came out, and Euphoria is a show that I love a lot, and I wanted to do kind of just a quick review of episode 1, right? So, just for a little background, I watched Euphoria for the first time, I think in 2022 or so, right when the second season came out. I started watching it, and this is one of my favorite shows of all time. I really love the style of Euphoria, the way that it was shot in season 1 and season 2. It was so well done, that whole editing style, and just those super fast zoom ins and all those camera angles and editing, and just the way that it was, dude. It was so unique to me, and I really love that style so much. And I feel like that's what makes the show so iconic. And that's not even including the style of the actual characters and outfits and all that, just the whole aesthetic of it. It was so influential for a lot of people my age, for Gen Z. So I feel like for the most part, Euphoria is definitely a very polarizing show as well, but I truly enjoyed it. I feel like it's definitely so controversial. There's so many violent scenes in Euphoria, and just graphic and just very upsetting things to watch at times, but overall I feel like it made sense for the story. And I feel like Rue's character throughout the series is very well done. And obviously going into season 3, there was a lot of unfortunate circumstances. You had Angus Cloud and Eric Dane that passed away, and it definitely changed a lot of stuff for the series for the most part going forward. But I feel like for the first episode, they really did a good job. And a lot of people are shitting on Euphoria, and I don't understand it. It's such a well done show, it's well written, and I feel like it's well directed as well. And I feel like whether you want to just shit on it because you think it's just trying to be explicit or exploitive just to be that, it's definitely not. It's definitely, if you look into the story, it's definitely very interesting. And this season, particularly season 3, we kind of get we kind of see where everyone's at right now. We don't get too deep into it yet, obviously, but we definitely see where everyone's at in their current life. You see Rue is basically working as drug person, selling drugs, smuggling drugs and shit for the same girl that she was selling for in season 2. And the way that she gets caught working at that smoke shop, and she gets exposed, and she has to pay her back, I thought that was super a funny scene. But you definitely see how it's affecting her, having to work for these people. And you kind of see once she meets this new guy in this other group, right? It's sort of a way for Rue to get out, of this other group that she's in right now. She's basically smuggling drugs inside her body and shit. Because there's a scene where she swallows a bunch of shit, and she's has drugs inside of her. That was super wild to watch, right? And just the way that it opened, the aspect ratio is different. It's kind of more like a movie. It's not that full screen aspect ratio. And I knew right away the style is different. It's not going to be the style that it was in season 1 and 2. It's definitely not like that. It doesn't have that editing style and all that, the aesthetic of it. But I think now, because that they're adults, I feel like it makes more sense. But overall, I really enjoyed this first episode. I think Cassie's character in this show is definitely just kind of wild. The fact that she's gonna start doing content online and shit, it's fucking funny as fuck. I feel like it's just so wild. This whole show is crazy, guys. And Nate Jacobs in this show, well, he's working construction now. He's super intense. You kind of see how he's pretty much annoyed by Cassie's shit, bro. And I feel like it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how it moves on throughout the season. Then you have Maddie's character that's a fucking Hollywood agent and shit, and you have Lexi, who's also working in Hollywood. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they use that dynamic in this show, right? And Ali talking to Rue in the bar, that was another, not bar, but the restaurant, that was another great scene as well, just to see Ali again. But to have Fezco locked up for 30 years, definitely a very interesting way. I've been hearing people talk shit about that. I feel like Sam Levinson wanted to keep him alive in this universe, I guess. So I don't know, dude. At the end of the day, I don't put blame on him. It's a tough situation. He was supposed to. I know he's probably gonna be such a huge part of this season, but it's unfortunate, But I feel like at this point, you just can't blame the director for real life circumstances. That's just my opinion. But overall, Euphoria was definitely a show that I love for the most part. Season 1, season 2. So season 3, I'm looking forward to what they do in this show. And yeah, man, this is just a quick little video, dude. I have nothing really else to say. I'll probably do more reviews as each episode comes out, but just overall, season 3 has a different completely vibe from the first 2 seasons. And whether you like it or not, I feel like you have to just watch it and you kind of figure it out for yourself. But overall, Euphoria season 3, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be pretty entertaining, and that's all I have to say. Yeah.